Hey guys, so hello from Buriram in northeast Thailand's Issan province, and I'm outside the city pillar shrine here. Come on along with me, let's have a look around Buriram. It's got a lot to offer. It's pretty cool, I think. Let's go. Let's take a wander into the city pillar shrine complex. It's right in the middle of Buriram. It's a very popular place for locals and visitors, Thai visitors or any Buddhist visitors, to come and make merit. And it's a really lovely little spot. Hello. People buy their offerings here, and they have 4 steps where they give different things for their that's where the stuff goes at the end, I think. I'm not sure about that, but they've got 4 steps where they give the devotional objects at different stations in the shrine here. It says it in Thai here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is number 1. Step number 1 here. It's even got a number 1 on there, just to make it easy. And then you've got step number 2, number 3, and in the middle, number 4. And then after that, you might think, hello, you might think you deserve a rest. But actually, then it's time to come over to this amazing one over here and put a garland there. That's what I've seen people doing anyway. This is pretty cool here in the middle. It kind of reminds me of a kind of mandala type design. Yeah, I like this kind of Chinese style shrine. This one, like the tiger jumping out the side there. It's another temple over the road there. It's a really nice one as well. But this one is really quite lovely. Let's take a closer look. It's this cool kind of Chinese gate here as well. As you can see, this one is very impressive. And for the very perceptive among you, you'll notice there's a kind of a Angkor Wat type style to this one, because we're actually quite close to Cambodia. So Buriram's one of the small cities along the train line that runs from Bangkok through the south of the Issan province of the northeast of Thailand. And the south of the Issan province in old times was part of the empire that was based around Angkor Wat in Cambodia. So people in this part of Thailand usually have a kind of a, well, they speak Thai, but they have a kind of a dialect where they mix in a bunch of words from Khmer language, Cambodian language. Across the road here, there's some really nice old wood buildings that sell coffee and snacks, drinks and so on. Some devotional items over there. Yeah, if you've seen my previous video about Surin, I mentioned that there are a bunch of Khmer temple ruins in the province around Surin. And I did mention in that video that you could get to Phnom Rung from Surin, but Buriram is actually the closest fairly decent sized place to Phnom Rung. Phnom Rung is a really exceptional temple, like a kind of mini Angkor Wat that's built on top of an extinct volcano in Thailand, very close to the Cambodian border. It's a great place, I really recommend it. So yeah, one way to get there is maybe use this place as a base, but there is a smaller town that's a bit closer actually that you can use as a base as well. What I actually did was I took a bus that goes along the main highway, which is a fair bit south of here and is closer to Phnom Rung, and I just basically had a friend, a Thai friend, tell them that I wanted to get out as close as possible to Phnom Rung. So they dropped me off at a crossroads, and from there I was able to get, I think it was I think I got a motorbike taxi for quite cheap to some accommodation that was about 5 kilometers from Phnom Rung, and then was able to get the guest house owners to organize another motorbike taxi for me in the morning to take me up there and have a look around. So it sounds kind of complicated. I don't know if I could have pulled it off without help from a Thai friend who spoke to a few people for me, but that was actually really great the way that worked out. That was probably the quickest way you could do it independently without your own wheels. But I definitely recommend Phnom Rung if you're in the area around this way somewhere. So this is a pretty cool temple as well, next to the city pillar shrine, just across the corner. Had a good look around Buriram late yesterday and earlier today. Walked a lot, scoping it all out and thinking about what I want to show you guys. And I have to say, it's a much nicer place than I expected. Really, it's very laid back, and it's definitely got heart. It's got its own characteristic about it for sure. Buriram is really well known for its football team, which is, I guess, kind of funny because Thailand's not really known as a leading football nation, even though Thai people love football. But if there is one club team from Thailand that is kind of known, at least a bit, outside of Thailand even, a little bit, right? It would have to be Buriram United, the local team. And I've heard it said that their stadium is apparently the best one in Thailand, which sounds kind of strange. I mean, you'd think Bangkok would have by far the best stadium in the country because it's a gigantic metropolis, and Buriram's a very small city, really. But anyway, that's what people say. They say Buriram United's got the best stadium. I think the owner is a rich chap from Thailand who puts a bunch of money into the team, and he's got a dream to make big things happen. Sounds all right to me. Something I've noticed about Buriram, it does actually have quite a few old wooden buildings, more than the other small cities in this part of Thailand. as you can see. And yeah, I like this kind of stuff, kind of cute. This is actually one of the main commercial streets in the center of Buriram, but we'll have a look at one of the other ones. I would say this one and the other one we're going to check would be the two main ones, pretty much. Some nice old style. But a bunch of the other streets have got little clusters of wooden buildings as well. And as far as like serious masonry type structures, there are not like so many significantly old ones. There are a few. I would say mainly it's about the old wooden ones, and then you're pretty much looking at the 1950s, 1960s, 1970s type architecture, which there's some nice pieces from those eras as well. So it's not a bad place to have a look at, really. If you look around, you can find some pretty good food around here, and of course throughout the whole region, and you should be able to get better prices than in Bangkok. Although there was one place I looked at earlier today, I was expecting a nice price, you know, and the woman kind of shocked me. I don't know, I mean, of course you always have some people, it's kind of like a throwback to the past, I guess, but you always still have some people that think they can jack up the price when they see a foreigner coming along. But for the most part, it seems very friendly here and really laid back, really relaxed. Yeah, so along this stretch you can see it's kind of that 50s, 60s, 70s look, which I quite like. It's all very colorful and cheerful. In this part of the world you find that people set up business in any little corner they can, inside, outside, whatever. Regulations are not too strict about that. You pay a bit of money to some local official's pocket and Bob's your uncle. Or Somchai's your uncle, I guess. But it's good for commerce, that's for sure. It's kind of cool bit of architecture on the corner here. There are a few cute little Chinese shrines around in Buriram. Hello. Quite a few little cafes as well. But it's always the hard thing, you know, the mission is always for me, like how, you know, where can I find some decent cake? And I'm always disappointed, like 99.9% of the time I'm disappointed with cake in Thailand. So any Thai people who are listening, you know, if you got a cafe, please look at your cake recipes and yeah, lift up your game. But you know, as far as drinks and coffee and all that, sure, no problem to find good coffee and other good drinks. And there are some fantastic local drinks that I really love that are absolutely amazing, you know, but yeah, foreigners like cake. I like cake and I like pie. I should mention that I like pie as well, like dessert type pie or dinner type pie as well for that matter. But yeah, these are things that are very hard to find in Thailand, in quality at least. Even chocolate brownies in Thailand I find are pretty disappointing. Here's a remnant of the old city moat, and it looks really great. They've got this beautiful volcanic rock surrounding the edges. It goes halfway around the old town, and it's like a park basically that surrounds half of the old town. It's fantastic. Nice spot here for some music or some kind of performance. But we're gonna head a little bit around to the left up here. Yeah, there are a few towns or big towns or small cities in Thailand that have moats around them or partially around them still. Let's see, Suphanburi, Chiang Mai, Buriram of course, Surin. I think Royet might have the remnants of one as well, if I recall. There might be some other ones too. If anyone knows of other ones, please mention it in the comments. I'd love to know, and I'm sure other people would as well. So this is a really nice spot as we come into the evening, hanging around the moat here. Oh, of course, Angkor Ratchathani is otherwise known as Korat, that has a moat as well. Really nice one. How could I have forgotten that one? Oh, kanom. Kanom means snack in Thai. Not a bad wee spot for a kick around. So apparently between this arch and the next arch there's a night market on the weekends. Haven't seen it myself, but I've heard about it. Sounds like it would be a lot of fun. So if you're here on a Saturday or a Sunday, definitely look for that. But if you go further on down that way, past the Hello! How are you? You okay? Speak English? Yes. YouTube, yes. Seeker of the way, seeker of the way. We love Thailand, yay! Goodbye. Buriram, we love Buriram. I speak Thai นิดหน่อย Thank you. Goodbye. Bye bye. See you. Cool. We love Buriram. And we love Thailand quite often. Alright, so as I was saying, if you go further down past the second blue arch, maybe walk for about 5 minutes, the street splits off to the right and there are two big markets there. One specializes in food at nighttime and the other one has apparel and temple items and so on. But good spot actually for food. And speaking of good spots for food, there's another little market here that's open late into the evening, and it seems to be open now as well. It's in the early evening now. This one's really nice too. You can take a shortcut through there as well. Had dinner in there last night. It was great. Let's head back out onto the second of the two main thoroughfares that I told you we'll check out. So obviously school's out. Yay, no school. Time to have fun. I think a lot of us can relate to that. Hello, hello. Hey. All right. Too bad none of them are old enough to have their own YouTube accounts. Oh well. Anyway, have to think for the future. Right, let's wander on down. All right, so yeah, this is the main road that heads to the train station. I guess it feels like it's the main kind of thoroughfare through the old part of Buriram. That's just how it feels, at least. I guess these things change over time. Before the railway came through Buriram, I would think it would have been another road. Maybe the one coming in from Bangkok, for example. But yeah, times change. But there's still a lot of the old times, the old style in Buriram, and the old Thailand, I can say. And I think people that have been traveling around Southeast Asia over the years really like to find that old vibe. We're just going to take a little jink to the side here. There's a bamboo bar there. I don't know why it's not open today. It was open yesterday at this time. That's a kind of foreigner style hangout, open air restaurant and bar. Looks like a fairly decent place actually. And yeah, we're just making a little zigzag here because there's a little nightlife area that I'll show you. You can have a look at it in the daylight when everything looks really grim and not exciting, and the ugliness peels off between the layers of midnight and morning, and people can see the plastic and the decay of the sordid lifestyle that night crawlers live. Actually, it's not that bad. Amsterdam. So yeah, looks like a place that might have some funny cigarettes. Now, I've had my fair share of the nightlife, I assure you. More than my fair share, probably. That's why I'm qualified to speak about it a bit. That's why I always like to tell people in my vids a bit about the nightlife in the places we check out. And I've had a lot of good times. But I've always been very careful to watch out for my health. That's why I'm still on the road. Unlike a lot of my old friends who have fallen by the wayside, but that's another story. We might tell some of those stories in the future. Anyway, we could get a look at this place at night as well, and I'm sure it looks very cherry. But that's the thing about nightlife places. When you see them in the daylight and in the nighttime, they can be really quite different. Yeah. So this is it. This is the nightlife area of Buriram. This place is apparently quite good. It's kind of a nightclub style with live performances with music, and I think some other performers on stage, like dancers and so on. You can see these are a bunch of little bars here. But I'll definitely check this tonight and we can see how it looks. Check out the contrast. And over in the back here, Tawandang. Tawandang. If you don't know what Tawandang is, you haven't been in Thailand enough. Let's head out through the side here, back out onto the main road there. Tawandang is kind of a music hall type place with food and drinks. Really, and it has an amazing stage performance set up. They have a few branches in Bangkok and branches in some of the smaller cities in Thailand, and it's really a lot of fun. Definitely reasonably priced. You can get a beer tower to split with some friends, buy some little plates of food and so on. It doesn't set you back much, believe me. Quite decent prices, and the stage shows are really fantastic. Really great. Definitely an institution of Thailand. Okay, so let's head on out back onto the main road here. Few food places around the entrance of the little nightlife area. Obviously makes sense. Kind of massage place in there. Not the naughty kind, I would say. I would think, from the look of it. All right, we're coming up on the clock tower. You can see what time it is. A few more nice old buildings. It's a handy hotel here, right up by the train station, because we're rolling up on the train station now. Food place here. Spooky looking overgrown building over there. It's all very atmospheric. Hostel doesn't look open, but I don't know, maybe it is. I'm not sure about that. There's a cafe next to it. A hostel cafe with a cafe next to it. That's handy, isn't it? We heard you like cafes, so we pimped your ride and we put a cafe in your cafe. Okay, so a few nice old wooden buildings over there just past the corner, and the train station right there. But just want to show you around the side here for a second, because I thought the little side street over here looks quite cute. Safe house. That sounds alright, but if you're on a budget, you might want to get the unsafe house. Could be a bit cheaper. Let's head over to the left here. No, it makes a nice change actually to have something safe in Thailand. Isn't that nice? Health and safety. Safety first, right? Sure, I'm sure it's all about safety. Let's jump over here. These kinds of buildings are actually for the workers who work for the railways in Thailand, and you see them all over the country wherever there are railway depots and workshops and so on, train stations, and they're pretty cool. So it's a thing in Thailand that they have done that, and yeah, provided accommodation for workers over the years. Same with police, and I think military as well, pretty sure. Here's an outlet for Buriram United football team to get their gear. So if you want a Buriram United shirt, this is the place. They've got some snacks available up there. I've been told some of them are local style. And here's the cute little train station. Let's take a quick peek inside. Typically cute little Thai train station. Nice. Guys, so I made it onto the train to get out of Buriram, and gonna now finish riding the train line between Ubon Ratchathani and Bangkok. So thanks a lot guys for coming along on the ride, and see you in the next one. And please remember to click subscribe and like, and hit that bell button to get updates for the next videos. Yeah. And like I said, see you in the next one, and don't be late.